Self-Teller presents Focus on You Until You Win. Life will test you. People will doubt you. Time will try to pull you away from your dream. But there is a secret that can change everything, if you are ready to hear it. What happens when you stop looking at others and start looking inside? What if you give all your energy to your own growth until the day you win? Today, we will walk together through truths that can change your life forever. Are you ready? Let us begin. Your life is your race. Run it your way. You are here because you want more. Not more noise, not more excuses, more results, more growth, more wins. And here's the truth, you can get them. But only if you stop chasing everyone else's life and start building your own. Think about this. How much time have you lost looking at what others have, comparing yourself, and feeling behind? Every minute spent on them is a minute stolen from you. Your energy is not infinite. You only have so much fuel. Spend it on what matters, building your own mind, your own skill, your own path. I remember meeting a man who told me, I spent 10 years worrying about what my friends were doing. 10 years later, they had their lives, and I had nothing. He learned late, but he still learned. The only person he had to beat was himself from yesterday. Every day, you have a choice. You can watch others win, or you can work on yourself until you win. The clock will keep moving, with or without you. Your job is to make sure that every day you move closer to your goal. Here's the first thing you must understand. Focusing on you is not selfish. It is the most respectful thing you can do for your life. If you do not build your own strength, you cannot help others. If you do not grow your own mind, you cannot inspire anyone else. Stop asking, what are they doing? Start asking, what can I do right now to grow? Imagine a garden. If you keep looking at your neighbor's plants, you will not water your own. Soon, yours will die while theirs grow. But if you focus on your soil, your seeds, your sunlight, your garden will bloom. And one day, your neighbor will ask you how you did it. Here's a simple rule. Give 90% of your time to your work and learning. Give 10% to watching and learning from others. This way you can take ideas but not lose yourself in comparison. Reflection. If today you gave all your energy to yourself, what could you achieve in the next year? When you focus on you, life changes. You see progress, and progress is addictive. It feels good to know that you are stronger than you were yesterday. Small daily wins become big victories. The problem is, most people want the big victory without the small daily wins. They want the final scene without the hard scenes in the middle. But life is not a movie. There is no magic jump. There is only step after step after step. One man I knew wanted to start a business. For 2 years, he read about other people's success. He watched videos. He talked about his dream every day. But he never started. Why? Because he was too busy looking at others and not building himself. Your focus is like sunlight through a magnifying glass. If you keep moving the glass, nothing burns. But if you hold it still, fire happens. The same is true with your goals. Hold your focus. Don't jump every week to a new thing because someone else is doing it. Ask yourself, what is the one thing I will commit to for the next 12 months? What skills must I grow to win in that one thing? What habits must I stop that steal my time? Remember, winning is not about speed, it is about direction. You can run fast in the wrong direction and still be lost. Here's a practical tip. Every morning, write down 3 things you will do for yourself that day. It could be, read 10 pages of a book that grows your mind. Practice your main skill for 1 hour. Remove 1 distraction for the day. If you do this for a year, you will not recognize yourself. Another truth, you cannot focus if you are always tired. Take care of your energy. Sleep well. Eat food that gives you strength. Move your body. Your mind is not separate from your body. They are one team. Some people lose focus because they try to do too much. They plant 100 seeds and water none. Pick fewer seeds and water them every day. Consistency beats intensity. You do not need to do 10 hours a day. You need to do something every day. Let me share a story. There was a young woman who wanted to write a book. She had no time, a full-time job, a family, and endless chores. But she made a rule: write 1 page a day. After 365 days, she had a 365-page book. She said, "It wasn't speed, it was focus." Your brain will try to trick you. It will say, "Look at them. They are ahead of you." But here's the thing. You are not late. You are on your own clock. Some people win at 25, some at 50. The age does not matter. What matters is that you don't quit. Every win will come after days when you felt like you were not moving. That is why patience is your secret weapon. Reflection. What is one thing you quit because you thought you were too late? What if you started again today? The world is noisy. Social media will throw 100 lives in front of you every day. You will see their smiles, their wins, their perfect moments. But remember, you are seeing the highlight, not the hard work. Don't trade your real journey for someone else's highlight reel. Practical tip: control your inputs. Spend less time scrolling, more time creating. Your mind is like a cup. If you fill it with junk, there's no room for gold. And here's the biggest shift. See your growth as your main competition. Try to be better than yesterday. Just one step better. If you do that daily, your future self will thank you. Never forget this. You are the project. You are the investment. You are the prize. There is a danger in waiting for the perfect time. The perfect time will never come. You will always feel like something is missing. More money, more skill, more confidence. But growth happens in action, not in waiting. The day you start, even small, is the day you shift your life. Do not wait for the right moment. Make the moment right. I once knew a man who wanted to run a marathon. He kept saying, "I'll start training when I'm fit enough." But that's like saying, "I'll swim when I'm dry." He waited years, and the race never came. The truth? You get ready by starting. Start where you are. Use what you have. Do what you can. That is how winners begin. When you focus on you, you take ownership. You stop blaming time, people, or luck. You say, "This is my life, and I am responsible." That is power. Because if it is your responsibility, it is also your control. Ask yourself, am I blaming something I could change? Am I giving away my control by waiting for others? Your life will test you. You will face moments where quitting feels easier than going on. But those moments are the gate to the next level. Many people turn back at the gate. Winners push through. Think of a seed. Before it breaks the soil, it faces the hardest fight, pushing against the dirt in darkness. If it quits, it never sees the sun. But if it keeps pushing, the light comes. Your growth works the same way. Practical tip: when you feel like quitting, pause and ask, if I stop now, will I regret it in 1 year? Most of the time, the answer will push you forward. One of the greatest secrets to winning is learning to enjoy the process. If you only care about the result, you will get bored, tired, and lost. But if you find joy in the small steps, you will keep going. A runner does not only run for the finish line, they run for the rhythm of their breath, the strength in their legs, the freedom in their mind. So find joy in learning something new, even if it's small, practicing a skill, even if it's not perfect, crossing off a task, even if the goal is far away. The process is where the magic happens. The result is just the celebration. Many people give up because they believe they are too slow. But slow progress is still progress. Think of water carving a rock. It happens drop by drop. You may not notice it daily, but one day, the rock has changed shape forever. Never compare your chapter 1 to someone's chapter 20. They have been writing their story longer than you. Keep writing yours. Reflection. If you stopped comparing, what could you achieve with the energy you save? Focus also means saying no. Every yes you give to something unimportant is a no to your growth. You cannot do everything. You should not do everything. You must choose. Ask yourself every day, does this bring me closer to my goal? If the answer is no, be brave enough to turn it down. Practical tip: make a stop doing list. Write down habits, tasks, and distractions that steal your time. Check it every week. Make sure they are not creeping back in. Remember, you are building a life, not just living one. Every brick you lay, a skill, a habit, a choice, shapes the structure. Build it strong, not fast. Direction is more important than speed. I met a young man who wanted to get fit. He joined 3 gyms in 6 months, bought every supplement, watched every workout video. But he kept changing his plan every week. After a year, he was in the same place. Why? Because he never stayed with one path long enough to see results. Stay the course. Pick a path and give it time. Your mind will whisper, try something new, maybe it's better. This is the trap. Change is only good if it is growth, not escape. Reflection. Am I changing because I'm improving or because I'm impatient? One of the hardest truths is that not everyone will understand your focus. Friends may say you've changed. Family may think you're distant. But you are not here to be understood by everyone. You are here to grow into the person you are meant to be. A tree does not ask for permission to grow taller. It just grows. Practical tip. Surround yourself with people who respect your focus. You don't need cheerleaders every day, but you do need those who don't pull you backward. The journey will be lonely at times. This is normal. Loneliness is not a sign you are wrong. It is a sign you are different. And different is necessary if you want different results. You must protect your focus like a guard protects a treasure. Distractions will knock at your door every day. Some will look harmless, a quick chat, a short video, a small detour. But these add up, and soon, your day is gone. Practical tip: set focus hours where nothing else is allowed. No phone, no social media, no unrelated talk. Even 2 hours a day of pure focus can change your life in 1 year. Win the morning, win the day. The first hours after you wake up are the most powerful. Use them for yourself. Read, learn, plan, work. Don't waste them on noise. I know a woman who changed her life by waking up 1 hour earlier every day. In that hour, she studied her craft. In 1 year, she doubled her skill and opened new doors. Ask yourself, how do I start my day? Is it building me or draining me? Focusing on you until you win also means forgiving yourself for the past. You cannot grow if you are chained to yesterday. Mistakes are lessons, not life sentences. If you failed before, it does not mean you will fail again. It only means you now know what not to do. Reflection. What past mistake still holds you back? What lesson can you take from it today? Winners do not avoid failure. They use it. They see it as feedback. Every no teaches them how to find a yes. Every closed door teaches them which door to knock on next. Practical tip. After any setback, write down 3 things you learned. Keep a lesson journal. When you feel lost, read it. You will see that you are stronger than you think. And here's the truth. The moment you decide to focus fully on you, your life begins to change. Not because the world changes, but because you do. People will start to see your discipline. They will notice your progress. Some will admire you. Some will envy you. But none of that matters. What matters is that you are living your life with purpose. There will be days when you feel nothing is happening. You will work but see no results. This is when most people give up. But understand this: growth is invisible before it is obvious. A seed grows roots in silence before it breaks the ground. Your work is building those roots. Trust the unseen work. I once met a young artist. She painted every day for a year. No one bought her art. No one followed her online. No one praised her. She thought she was wasting her time. But one day, a small gallery noticed her work. They invited her to show her paintings. That single chance opened 10 more doors. She told me, "The year I felt invisible was the year I built my strength." You are not being ignored. You are being prepared. Practical tip: measure your progress by what you control, not what others give you. You cannot control likes, followers, or instant success. But you can control how much you learn, how much you practice, and how much effort you give. Ask yourself each night, did I give my best to me today? If the answer is yes, you are winning. Another truth: the world will test your patience. You will see others move faster. They will get jobs, deals, or fame before you. And your mind will ask, why not me? This is the moment you must remember. Your journey is built for you. Their path is not yours. Do not rush what takes time. Bread baked too fast burns outside and stays raw inside. You are building something meant to last, not something that looks ready but falls apart. Reflection: what goal in your life is worth the patience it demands? Focusing on you also means protecting your mental space. You cannot grow if your mind is full of doubt, fear, and negativity. Be careful of what voices you allow in your life. Some people will tell you to be realistic. They will point out every reason why you will fail. They believe they are helping, but they are giving you their fear. You do not have to accept it. Practical tip: limit deep conversations with those who drain your belief. Listen to those who challenge you to grow, not those who keep you small. I know a man who wanted to open a small shop. His friends laughed. Too risky, they said. It will fail. He almost gave up, but he decided to stop telling them his plans. Instead, he told them after he opened. Now, they buy from his shop. Work in silence. Let success make the noise. It's also important to understand that focusing on you does not mean ignoring the world. It means building yourself so strong that you can face the world without fear. You can help more people when you are at your best. You can give more when you have more. Growth is not selfish. It is preparation for service. Reflection: who could benefit if you became your strongest self? Let's talk about habits. Your future is built by what you do daily. A single day may not change your life, but repeated days will. Practical tip: choose keystone habits. These are habits that create other good habits. For example, exercising regularly often leads to eating better. Reading daily often leads to better thinking. Planning your day often leads to using time wisely. Focus on building 2 to 3 keystone habits and protect them fiercely. Another secret: reward yourself for staying consistent. Small rewards keep you motivated, but make sure the reward does not undo the progress. A friend of mine wanted to save money. Each month she reached her savings goal. She treated herself to a day at the park with her favorite book. It was free, joyful, and kept her motivated. Your environment matters more than you think. If your space is full of distractions, you will lose focus. If your friends encourage laziness, you will slow down. Practical tip: design your space for focus. Remove clutter. Keep tools for your growth nearby. Create a corner or desk that is only for your main work. The smallest changes make a big difference. Putting your phone in another room while you work can double your focus. Turning off notifications can give you hours back each week. Discipline is choosing what you want most over what you want now. You must also watch your self-talk. The way you speak to yourself shapes the way you act. If you say, "I can't do this," your brain will look for proof. If you say, "I will find a way," your brain will look for solutions. Practical tip: replace negative self-talk with questions. Instead of saying, "I can't do it," ask, How can I do it? This turns a wall into a door. Reflection. What is one negative thought you can replace today with a better question? Let's talk about discipline. Discipline is not about being hard on yourself. It is about keeping promises to yourself. If you say you will work for an hour, do it. If you say you will save money, do it. The more you keep your word to yourself, the more confidence you build. And confidence fuels action. One man I met decided to run 1 mile every day for a year. He didn't care about speed, he cared about showing up. After a year, he had run 365 miles, lost weight, gained energy, and proved to himself that he could trust his own word. Small daily actions, done without fail, become unstoppable momentum. And here's a truth that will set you free. You do not need to feel ready to begin. Most of the time, you will not feel ready. But starting creates readiness. Waiting for motivation is like waiting for rain in a drought. Sometimes you must dig the well yourself. Practical tip. Use the 2-minute rule. If you feel stuck, do the task for just 2 minutes. Often, starting is the hardest part. Once you begin, momentum carries you. Finally, understand this. Your focus is a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger it becomes. At first, staying committed will be hard. You will slip, you will get distracted. But with practice, you will notice you can go longer without losing focus. Focusing on you until you win is not a one-time choice. It is a choice you make daily. And each day you make it, you get closer to your win. There is one thing you must learn if you truly want to win: protecting your time. Time is the only thing you cannot get back. Money, energy, and even opportunities can return, but a wasted day is gone forever. Guard your time like treasure. Think about how you spend your hours. Every yes you give to something meaningless takes away a yes you could give to your own growth. You cannot be everywhere, do everything, and please everyone. You must choose. Practical tip. Schedule your growth first. Put your learning, practice, and main work into your calendar before anything else. Treat it like a meeting with your future self, one you cannot cancel. I know a man who treated his dream like an appointment. Every evening from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., no matter what, he worked on his goal. Friends learned not to disturb him. Family respected it. Over time, this habit turned into a business that replaced his job. Your dream will not respect you if you do not respect it. Reflection. If someone looked at your daily schedule, would they see that your dream is a priority? You must also learn to simplify. The more complex your plan, the easier it is to quit. Break your goal into small, clear steps. Instead of, "I will be successful," say, "I will finish one project this month." Practical tip. Focus on one goal per season. 3 months is enough to see progress, but short enough to stay excited. At the end of the season, review, adjust, and keep moving. And here's the thing. You will never feel 100% certain about your next step. There will always be doubt. The secret is to take the step anyway. A sailor does not wait for the perfect wind. He uses the wind he has and adjusts his sails. Reflection. What step could you take today, even with uncertainty? Another truth. You must learn to recover quickly. Life will knock you down. You will miss a day, make a mistake, or face a setback. This is normal. What matters is how fast you stand back up. Many people lose not because they fail, but because they stay down too long. Practical tip. When you fall off your routine, restart the very next day. Do not wait for Monday, next month, or the new year. A quick restart kills the habit of quitting. Let's talk about energy. Your focus depends on it. If you are always tired, your mind will wander. Sleep well, move daily, and eat food that fuels you. Practical tip. Set a bedtime alarm. Most people set alarms to wake up, but the key to waking up strong is sleeping on time. Your body is the home of your dreams. If you neglect it, the roof will leak and the walls will crack. Reflection. What is one change you can make this week to improve your energy? Here's something many forget. Focus also means cutting out mental clutter. If your mind is always busy, you will have no room for deep thought. This is why silence and stillness are powerful. Practical tip: take 10 minutes each day to sit in silence. No phone, no music, no talking. Just breathe and let your thoughts settle. When your mind is calm, your focus sharpens. Stillness is the space where clarity is born. Another truth: your identity shapes your actions. If you see yourself as someone who is disciplined, you will act with discipline. If you see yourself as someone who is easily distracted, you will act distracted. Practical tip: when you speak about yourself, choose words that match the person you want to be. Say, "I am focused," instead of, "I can't focus." Your brain listens to your words. Reflection. If your identity matched your goal, how would you describe yourself? You must also prepare for resistance. The moment you start improving, life will throw distractions, doubts, and delays. This is not a sign to stop. It is a sign you are on the right path. Think of it like a video game. The hardest enemies appear right before the next level. Practical tip: when resistance shows up, smile. Say, "This means I'm growing." This changes how you feel about challenges. And remember, your focus will not be perfect every day. Some days you will be unstoppable. Other days you will struggle. This is normal. The goal is progress, not perfection. Practical tip: track your days. Mark a small X on a calendar for every day you gave at least 70% effort to your goal. This builds a chain of wins you won't want to break. Reflection. How many days in a row can you keep your chain unbroken? Here's a powerful mindset shift. See your focus as a gift, not a chore. You get to work on your dream. You get to grow. You get to build something meaningful. Gratitude fuels persistence. When you are thankful for the chance to grow, you stop feeling burdened by the work. Gratitude turns effort into joy. I met a woman who worked 2 jobs and still studied at night to become a nurse. She told me, "Some people say I have no life, but I see it as building my life." That perspective kept her going until she graduated. Another truth: celebrate small wins. Do not wait for the big success to feel proud. Every step is part of the victory. Practical tip: at the end of each week, write down one thing you achieved. Even if it is small, it matters. Over time, these wins will build your confidence. Reflection. What small win can you celebrate today? You must also understand that focus is built on choice, not luck. Every distraction you resist strengthens you. Every decision to work instead of waste time sharpens you. Practical tip: before you start your day, choose your top 3 priorities. Even if the rest of the day falls apart, getting these 3 done means you moved forward. Another truth: your environment is more powerful than your willpower. If your phone is beside you, you will pick it up. If snacks are on your desk, you will eat them. Make the right choice the easy choice. Practical tip: design friction for bad habits. If you want to stop wasting time online, log out of your accounts or uninstall the app from your phone. Reflection. What is one distraction you can make harder to access? One of the hardest lessons you will learn on this journey is that not everyone will cheer for you. In fact, some will hope you fail. Others will pretend not to notice your progress. This is why you must build a source of encouragement inside yourself. You are your own cheerleader. If you only work when people clap for you, you will stop when the clapping stops. But if you work because it matters to you, you will keep going no matter who is watching. Practical tip: keep a victory file. Write down your wins, kind words from others, and moments when you felt proud. On days when motivation is low, read it. Reflection. If no one ever praised you, would you still do the work? Another truth: The more you focus on you, the less you need to prove to others. Your work speaks for itself. You do not need to argue, brag, or explain. A lion does not need to announce that it is a lion. It simply hunts. Practical tip. When tempted to prove yourself, remember, energy spent proving is energy not spent improving. You will also face seasons where progress feels painfully slow. You may wonder if you're stuck, but often, these slow seasons are when you are building the foundation for the next leap. Think of an archer pulling back the bow. The string moves backward before the arrow flies forward. Your slow season may be your bow being pulled back. Reflection. What if your current slowdown is preparing you for a big move? Let's talk about resilience. Resilience is not never falling, it is refusing to stay down. Every setback can be fuel if you choose to use it. Practical tip. When something goes wrong, ask, what is this teaching me that I could not have learned any other way? A friend of mine failed his first business. He lost money, time, and confidence. But he wrote down every mistake. When he started again, he avoided those mistakes, and the second business thrived. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of success. Another truth. You cannot control the weather, but you can control how you sail. Life will bring storms. Some days will feel unfair. But if you stay steady and adjust your sails, you will still reach your destination. Practical tip. When life changes unexpectedly, take one day to adjust your plan, then keep moving. Do not let a storm turn into an anchor. Reflection. What storm have you survived that made you stronger? Let's speak about discipline in a new way. Most people think discipline is about saying no to fun. But discipline is actually saying yes to your future. Every time you choose focus over distraction, you are giving a gift to your future self. Practical tip. When tempted by distraction, ask, will this matter in 1 year? If the answer is no, it's not worth it. Another truth, your focus will be tested most when you are close to a breakthrough. This is when you must be more consistent than ever. Think of a miner digging for gold. Many stop digging just a few feet before hitting the treasure. Your breakthrough might be one more week, one more project, or one more conversation away. Reflection. If you knew you were one step from your goal, what would you do today? Your habits are your allies or your enemies. Bad habits steal your focus without you even noticing. Good habits create momentum that feels unstoppable. Practical tip. Replace, don't just remove. If you want to stop wasting time on your phone, replace it with something that still relaxes you, like reading, walking, or journaling. Let's talk about self-respect. Every time you keep your word to yourself, you tell your mind, I matter. And the more you believe you matter, the less you accept from yourself that keeps you small. Practical tip. Set small promises at first. Keep them until keeping promises feels natural. Then raise the bar. Reflection. What is one promise you can make to yourself today that you will keep no matter what? Understand this. Focus is not always exciting. Some days will feel boring. But boredom is not a sign to quit. It's a sign you're doing the deep, consistent work that leads to mastery. Practical tip. When bored, remind yourself, this is the part where most people quit. This is why I will win. Another truth. Your future self is watching you. Every choice you make today shapes their life. Imagine meeting your future self 5 years from now. Will they thank you or wish you had worked harder? Reflection. If your future self could speak to you today, what would they say? You must also protect your focus from emotional leaks. Anger, envy, and resentment drain energy that could go into your growth. Practical tip. When you feel these emotions, pause and redirect your energy into action. Do one small thing toward your goal immediately. Remember this, you cannot control everything, but you can control your effort. And effort, given daily, compounds into something powerful. Effort is the bridge between dreams and reality. There will come a day when you look back and realize why you had to go through every delay, every setback, every lonely moment. You will see that each step, even the hard ones, was shaping you into the person who could handle the win you were chasing. Nothing you go through is wasted if you learn from it. I knew a man who wanted to become a teacher. He failed his first exams, had to work in small jobs, and studied late at night for years. At the time, he hated the struggle. But when he finally became a teacher, he realized the hard path gave him patience, empathy, and resilience, the exact qualities his students needed from him. The win is sweeter when you've earned it. Practical tip. When you are going through a hard season, write down 3 ways this challenge could make you stronger. Keep that list where you can see it. Reflection. What current challenge could become your greatest strength later? Another truth. No one can walk your path for you. People can help, advise, and guide, but they cannot live your life. The responsibility is yours, and that is a gift. You are free to build it the way you want. Practical tip. Stop asking for permission to grow. You do not need the world to agree before you take your next step. Remember, the only person who needs to believe in your dream at the start is you. Belief is like fire. It starts small, but if you feed it, it can light up the world. Reflection. Are you feeding your belief daily or letting it fade? Let's talk about courage. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is acting despite fear. Everyone feels fear before doing something new. Winners simply do it anyway. Practical tip. When fear shows up, see it as proof that you are stepping into new territory. Fear means you are growing. I once heard someone say, if your dreams don't scare you a little, they're too small. That fear is not a wall. It is a signpost that you are heading in the right direction. Great things never came from comfort zones. Another truth, focus requires you to see the long game. Most people quit because they want results today. But mastery takes years. Think of an athlete. They train for thousands of hours for a few minutes of performance. Practical tip. Shift your reward from the result to the effort. Tell yourself, I win every day I show up, and the results will take care of themselves. Reflection. What would change if you measured success by effort instead of outcome? You will also learn that the journey is not just about reaching the goal. It's about becoming the person who can handle it. A small mind cannot hold a big dream. The journey grows your mind to match the dream. That is why shortcuts rarely last. People who skip the growth are not ready to hold the success. Practical tip. When tempted by a shortcut, ask, am I skipping the part that makes me strong? Another truth. Your focus must survive both failure and success. Failure can break your spirit, but success can distract you. After a win, it's tempting to relax too long. But remember, the journey is not over until you've built a life that matches your values. Practical tip. After a win, celebrate, but set your next goal quickly. Momentum is easier to keep than to restart. Reflection. What is the next step after your next win? There will be moments when you feel like giving up. In those moments, remember why you started. Close your eyes and picture the day you decided to change. Feel that fire again. I knew a woman who lost 100 pounds. She said the hardest days were not at the start, but in the middle, when the progress slowed. What kept her going was remembering the pain of her old life and the joy she felt imagining her new one. Practical tip. Keep a written reminder of why you started and read it when you feel weak. Your why is your anchor. Another truth. The people who inspire you most are not the ones who had it easy. They are the ones who kept going when it was hard. You can be that person for someone else. Practical tip. Think of one person who could be inspired by your persistence. Let them be part of your reason to keep going. Reflection. Who could you inspire by refusing to quit? You must also accept that growth never truly ends. Winning once is not the end. It is just proof you can win again. The skills, habits, and discipline you build will serve you for life. Practical tip: always be a student. Even after a big win, ask, what can I learn next? And here is the final truth. The greatest victory is not the trophy, the title, or the applause. It is looking in the mirror and knowing you gave everything you had to become your best self. When you live that way, you cannot lose. Even if the world says you lost, you will know you grew. And growth is the real win. Success is becoming who you were meant to be. So here is your call to action. Starting today, choose you. Choose your growth over distraction. Choose your dream over doubt. Choose your future over your comfort. You will face challenges. You will feel tired. But if you keep focusing on you, the day will come when you look around and realize you have won. And when that day comes, you will not only have the prize, you will have the pride of knowing you built it with your own hands, your own mind, and your own heart. Now, take a deep breath, feel the weight of your potential, and step forward. The race is yours. The focus is yours. The win is yours. Focus on you until you win.